Yo. Welcome back to another video. Let me just get one thing straight. I am Corey the Man, and I am that damn good. um, welcome back. Welcome back here. I'm on my other account trying to get it on real quick. This is a major return for the Survivor Series. Supposedly. Don't trust anything, man. I can't trust anything they say. I advise y'all not to
Payment and CV. Grammarly is your digital
get
writing.
this.
What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a legendary WWE return about to go down, a CM Punk rumor killer, WWE return scrap, a former champion shuts down retirement rumors, WWE making major changes, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new website, WrestleMania.com. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Now, first story looks at a legendary WWE return about to go down. Our top story today takes a look at a new report from Fightful Select, a potential major spoiler for the upcoming Survivor Series. And before we get into the story, this news piece may contain huge spoilers for the next few weeks of WWE programming, so of course if you want to avoid spoilers, we recommend skipping to our next news story. Now with that being said, Fightful Select is reporting that the men's War Games matchup will indeed be a 5-on-5. And as expected, Drew McIntyre will be joining Team Judgment Day, and as for the babyface side, they'll be joining by a returning Randy Orton. Fightful Select report reads, Fightful Select reported months ago that War Games was planned for Survivor Series, but the combatants for the men's side of things have been planned for quite some time as well. A warning to please navigate away if you wish to avoid potential spoilers. It was reported by Wrestling Observer Newsletter this week that Drew McIntyre was being considered for WWE War Games, but beyond that, we've actually heard he's been the working plan for the match for months now. Specifically, McIntyre has been planned for the heel Judgment Day side of things, making it a 5-man team. The plan since the summer for the babyface side was a returning Randy Orton, with the reveal tentatively planned before the day of the show as to avoid any CM Punk speculation. As with anything, it's important to note that creative plans often change, albeit far less these days than in previous years. However, in recent months, Orton and McIntyre will both be in the plans. What do you guys think of Randy Orton returning at Survivor Series for the War Games match? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, a CM Punk rumor killer.
Not gonna be there.
There continues to be rumors that CM Punk is WWE bound. These rumors come from reports, but also teases both from WWE and Punk. This week, it was reported that Punk had a meeting planned with WWE's board of directors, and fans took this report and assumed that a positive outcome was reached, and Punk was therefore returning to WWE. However, unfortunately for Punk fans, a top wrestling journalist such as Dave Meltzer are still under no impression that Punk is returning. Writing in the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer Newsletter, Meltzer stated that the reported meeting between Punk and WWE board never went down. There's been a lot of talk about CM Punk again. Some of that would be because if he is coming, Chicago is the place it would make sense to debut him, and we're weeks away. Basically, every rumor out there has been denied to us regarding backstory and his coming. This is pro wrestling and anything can happen, but stories like he was in front of the board of directors is not accurate. Meltzer then continued, but those in creative have not been told of anything involving him and who those would normally be in the know about these things, including on the big surprises like Cody Rhodes stuff before anyone else. Don't know anything. That doesn't mean he's not coming, just the backstories regarding his coming aren't accurate. I was told weeks ago that it was a no, just like the other times talks have been open through his reps. But like any no, circumstances could change it. Next up, a former WWE champion shuts down retirement rumors. Bobby Lashley is still at the top of his game, but this hasn't stopped there being rumors of a retirement down the line for the former WWE champion. Interestingly, the Almighty was asked about his retirement plans on After the Bell, and Lashley shut down the notion that he's ready to hang up his boots. No, I tell my sparring partners, I tell my training partners, I tell anybody that works out with me that when you see that I'm kind of missing a step or slowing down, just tell me. You see a lot of these guys that are fighting in UFC and they're taking one fight too many and they almost look sad. Or you see those guys getting in the ring and they just can't move the same. I don't want to be that guy. It's like when Superman gets kryptonite. You kind of see him falling apart and becoming weak. I don't need that. Lashley went on to state that he's no longer involved in pro wrestling for the money. It's purely about the enjoyment. I put myself financially in a very, very good position where it's not for money. It's for my enjoyment. I truly love going out there in front of a crowd and being in front of fans and stuff like that. I really like some of the guys I work with. They're some of my closest friends and we only talk and hang out at TV, but still, it's a friendship and a bond that I value. Next up, a WWE star ready to return. Sheamus has been out of action since having Edge's last match in WWE, but thankfully it's looking like he's finally ready to return to the blue brand. WWE are currently advertising Sheamus for the SmackDown Before Survivor Series, and the multi-time world champion is also advertised for several other editions of SmackDown for the month of December. Sheamus has been sorely missed on WWE TV, and hopefully WWE will have a compelling creative direction for the popular star when he makes his return. Next up, a WWE comeback cancelled. Fans firmly expected AJ Styles to return this week on SmackDown. AJ was advertised for the show, and it was anticipated that he would return to challenge Roman Reigns. Obviously, this never transpired, and according to PW Insider, WWE could have delayed AJ's return to WWE programming. Undisputed Champion Reigns isn't set for any shows for the rest of 2023, so WWE may think it's best to hold off on AJ's WWE return and
watch football all
I would
season
love
long,
to see them.
live,
I might get
and
Peacock
cable-free.
if that match is coming on.
until Reigns is back in the mix. It's been heavily rumored that Reigns vs AJ is a plan for the Royal Rumble, and there's still over 2 months left until the show, so maybe WWE have the right idea, and rushing AJ back with nothing for him to do could be detrimental come Royal Rumble season. Next up, when is Brock Lesnar returning? Brock Lesnar last appeared at SummerSlam when he put over and then embraced Cody Rhodes. Fans are eagerly anticipating the return of one of WWE's biggest names, but it doesn't look like Lesnar will return before the Royal Rumble, as Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer Radio states that Lesnar isn't set for any dates prior to the January Premium Live event. There's no news in relation to who exactly Lesnar will feud with when he returns, but logic would assume that Lesnar will return as a babyface following his embrace with Rhodes at SummerSlam. There's been a push from fans to see Lesnar take on Gunther at WrestleMania, and if this is indeed WWE's creative vision for Lesnar, then we can expect some amazing TV on the road to WrestleMania 40. Next up, Logan Paul attends UFC show. A newly crowned WWE United States Champion Logan Paul attended UFC 295 at Madison Square Garden last night. During the event, Logan was shown on screen and he held up a humorous message on his phone which read, "Shout out to Dominic Mysterio." Logan has been carrying the US title with him everywhere for the past week, and WWE without a doubt had this in mind when they decided to make Logan the new champion. It's unknown when he'll next appear on WWE programming, but Logan admitted after Crown Jewel that he expects to be around a lot more now that he's US champion. Next up, Cody Rhodes talks to Logan Paul. Speaking of the US champion Logan Paul, one of WWE's top stars, that being Cody Rhodes, shared his thoughts on the Maverick during an appearance on the Gabby AF podcast, and Rhodes had nothing but positive things to say. How good is he, huh? There's some what I call pretend wrestlers in all companies, all across the world, and I think he probably irritates them the most because brother is an absolute stellar professional wrestler. Absolutely stellar. Greatest rookie of all time perhaps. He is blazing forward, so I look forward to what he does. This is high praise indeed, and Rose is spot on with his take as Logan continues to impress everyone with his work rate as well as his attitude outside the ring. And finally, WWE about to make a major change. WWE have been always reserved in having sponsorships on their map, but now that WWE and UFC join forces, this could be about to change. According to Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, WWE and Vince McMahon are firmly open to the idea of having sponsorships on the ring mat, and due to the financial incentives involved, this is likely to happen. Another change you can expect is a look at the ringside area. In the past, Vince McMahon was a proponent of a clean ring, meaning no advertising on the mat, the barricades, or around the ring. Obviously, that has changed due to the influence of Nick Khan. They noted that Vince is no longer thinking that way, and that advertising in and around the ring will be opening up more advertising inventory, and they're very happy McMahon agreed to it. Would you be okay with sponsors appearing on the WWE mat? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
And yeah, that stuff looks cool. So they should do it. But don't have too many images, like have a Monster, McDonald's, Burger King,
Spencer, this ranch and your legacy are in peril. You must come home.
Survival is coming.
New series now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Well, thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Yeah, I got y'all.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back again with the.
Sorry, Ross, we can't watch you right now.